What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. And today's video is one that everyone's been asking for in the comments and everyone wants to know is how much power this Camaro makes. So we're gonna go to the dyno and find out. Today is finally the day we will be going to the dyno to figure out just how much power this Camaro is putting down, both NA and on the nitrous. So stick around and hopefully you guys either are surprised or we are happy with the result. All right, guys, so before we get onto the video, I want to first start off by saying that we are going to have our own merch line and our own website up here in the next week or so. And first item that we're gonna have is gonna be these JLS new era caps, trucker caps. They're nice embroidery, and these are gonna be up on the website, the very first product. I've had them for a while, but now we're finally going ahead with the website. Keep an eye out. Link will be in the description below to my new merchandise store, where you'll be able to find hopefully a lot of awesome things and cool stuff for you guys that want to support the channel. Now the weather's all cleared up, so we can go over to Accessor Racing Engines dyno, where this car has been since the very beginning, and really get our true comparisons from the last time we were at Accessor Racing's dyno, which was when the car was headers, E85, MSD intake, Rotofab, and throttle body. And at that time the car made 470, I believe, 469, 470, somewhere around there. Before we did the heads and the cam, guys, we were at about 470 to the wheels, and hopefully we'll see some really good numbers. Just to give you guys a little progression on the car, bone stock, it dynoed about 400 to the wheels in 6th gear, and we did E85 and headers, and I believe it was up to about 440 to 450, and then we did the Rotofab MSD ported throttle body and got to 470. So that has kind of been the progression overall, and now I'm excited to see what this car is going to put down with the heads and the cam, and also on the 150 shot of nitrous. So let's go ahead, give you guys a cold startup, and then head over to Accessor Racing Engines. Well, we made it to Accessor Racing Engines, guys, and if you haven't noticed, I put back the 1LE style wheels on the car, and yeah, what do you guys think? How does it look? I love it a lot better now that it's dropped with these wheels, but definitely do not hook. Gonna need some better tires there, but let's hear. What's going on, Frank?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. See what it does.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll finally get some good comparison numbers, because we haven't brought it back out here since we did the heads and the cam.
It's a different car now with the nitrous.
Yeah, so we've got everything set up. The bottle should be pretty much full. I only went 3 passes down the track. Okay. It's a 15-pound bottle, so should have more than enough. I'm gonna go ahead and heat it up and get all that stuff ready. It's got the automatic bottle heater.
Perfect.
It's
awesome.
Doing well, and I'm sure everybody wants to know what this thing makes. That's the comment I get all the time. Yeah.
The look, I mean, you really changed it up a lot.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, as you can see, Accessor stays busy. They even work on Mustangs, so if you guys need work on your Mustangs, they got that too. But They got all kinds of style trucks, everything. And we're gonna be ready to get this thing on the dyno. Got a lot of cars here, and they take care of all of them, guys. Check it out. They make sure rainy weather like this, they're nice and covered, and they're good to go. Well, it's on the dyno getting strapped in, guys. Comment down below, what do you think it's gonna make? Love to see your guys' predictions, both on motor and on the 150 shot. All right, guys, so we're on the dyno. Now for the dyno, we're just gonna have the RPM, the nitrous for the nitrous run, start at 3,500 RPM. Don't need to have it kick in too early. We just want to see what the difference is in power. So we're starting it at 3,500 RPM, ending at 6,800 like normal. No delay on the activation. Start at 50%. We're gonna put this back to a 0.7 second delay like we've had it in pretty much every other run. It's gonna go all the way to 99 or 100%, and everything else should be good to go. So we've got everything set up, guys. First run, again, we're gonna do NA so we can get a baseline, and then we'll do the 150 shot of nitrous. All right, guys, ready for run 2. We're gonna do another NA run just to make sure we got a good baseline. Just to make sure we have a good baseline. We saw 537 last time. Let's see what it'll do this time. And these runs are all in 6th gear, so it's not the 1-to-1 gear. So true 1-to-1 would be a little higher. So almost 550, and the torque there's been spikes. There's some spikes in the torque, so it's probably not exactly there, but looking at the torque here is right around, looks like 500. So there's the line right around 500. So there you have it, guys. The car makes right around 545, 550 NA. Now let's go see what it'll do with the 150 shot. All right, guys, moment of truth. Going for the 150 shot of nitrous. Again, remember, it's spraying from 3,500 RPM and on. So let's find out what it'll make. So it didn't get to 700. Seemed like it only gained 100 horsepower. But you can see where the nitrous is ramping in and going all the way across. All right, guys, let's see what the bottle pressure is at after one pull. So it's still in the green, but it definitely comes down a little bit. Now the bottle, of course, had some passes in it, so it wasn't a completely full bottle, but
still did pretty well. All right guys, so we've got a good baseline, 653. Now one thing that I've always wanted to know is, will adding a couple degrees more make any difference? So what we're gonna do is, now that we have the car on the dyno, is we're gonna go back, and instead of pulling 6 degrees, we're gonna bring it back up to just 4 degrees of timing pulled, and see if we see any difference in power. If there's a significant difference, then that means that there was still a lot left on the table here, and we can go ahead and enjoy that. If it's a little bit of a difference, then we know that it's not that big of a deal, and we can dial it back to just 6 degrees. So do one more nitrous run. We'll do it on 4 degrees of pull timing and go from there. All right guys, going for the 4th and final run. Again, added back 2 degrees of timing. The bottle pressure is kind of low, so we'll see if it makes that much power or not, but either way, it's fun to see. Purge it. Almost 20 horsepower more by adding back those 2 degrees of timing. Woo! All right guys, so gained pretty much right around another 15, almost 20 horsepower more with a lower bottle pressure. So that is some really good stuff. Means that we've been actually handicapping this thing at the track, and now I'm excited to maybe get the bottle full again and go back to the track and see what it'll do on an just 4 degrees of timing pulled. But man, what do you guys think of the numbers? Let me know in the comments down below. So guys, there you have it. That is what the car makes. And talking with Roger here, the dyno operator here at Accessor Racing Engines and tuner, he said that a lot of the Camaros here don't ever even get, they're around 520 on this dyno with a heads cam and E85 setup. And if you guys remember, this thing made 545, so it's already a little higher than the rest of the Camaros that come through this shop, and they all get heads cam set up. So car is running really strong. It's a little different, it's hard to compare because it is really hot out here guys. It's about 104 degrees, very humid. It has just rained, so the numbers are not the most ideal, but they aren't telling the whole story. The car is running very strong, and you guys just saw what it was putting down, 668 with 4 degrees of timing pulled on a 150 shot, and 653 with 6 degrees of timing pulled, and of course the bottle somewhat low. So that goes to show that nitrous bottle pressure is very important, and you really need to have that top notch to get the best time. Well, we are back at the house guys, and the Camaro, of course, always doing beautifully as it can be, and of course the Camaro doing its thing. And there you have the numbers guys. So just a little recap here. On motor, the car made 544 point something, so like 545, and it's basically very humid, hot. It was about 105 degrees in there. Humidity was up the roof, and I'm sure all of those things factor in a little bit, but that's what it made, 545. And
Then we went ahead and did the nitrous runs, and the first nitrous run was on a 150 shot with 6 degrees of timing pulled, and it put down 650. Now that was a 150 shot, but it only gained about 100 horsepower. A lot of that can be attributed to the fact that the bottle wasn't completely full, so you're not going to see a max full shot, but that's kind of what we had to work with. I should have filled up the bottle, made sure it was completely full, and we probably would have seen that 700 number. But either way, we got that. Then, since we were already on the dyno, we figured let's go ahead and try one last thing and see if that makes any power. Since we're on the dyno, we turned down the timing box to only pull 4 degrees instead of the full 6, and lo and behold, the car made an extra 20 horsepower just from adding back the 2 degrees. So that is pretty awesome, and that is kind of what we're going to leave the car at now, with that extra 20 horsepower. And next time we're at the track, we'll have a full bottle, we'll have an extra 20 horsepower, and we'll see if that will help us either improve our mile per hour and or give us a better ET down the track. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about it, and I hope you guys have a good one.